What is going on, guys and girls? It's GhostRobo, and I am freaking out over here because I think 2K may be teasing a brand new Bioshock for E3. This all started this morning with some tweets and some websites and some real juicy details. Now, to give you a little background here, they announced in an earnings call, 2K did, that there is going to be an unannounced AAA game released this fiscal year. So that pegs it like at the end of 2015 or more likely the beginning of 2016. So an unannounced AAA game will be revealed from them shortly and is coming soon, like before March 2016. And so this falls in line with that and adds tons of validity to this being a brand new game. And it's all from official 2K stuff. This is not like BS digging through LinkedIn profiles or anything like that. So you can take it pretty darn seriously. If a new Bioshock is announced at E3, I'm already having hot flashes. I don't know what would happen to me at the actual show if that's what gets announced. But it started off a couple hours ago with a tweet that read, "Luxury for the privileged few is outdated. This is the future of urban living, #Advent." And an image that says, "Move in today and start living in the world of tomorrow." Now, this is innocuous enough. It looks just like a city. It could be an open world game, a superhero game. It could be a racing game for all we know. It could be a mobile game. It could be XCOM, whatever. But then they tweeted an animated GIF a couple hours later, and it looks like this: "Move in today and start living in the world of tomorrow." But then it flashes and changes to "move in today and fear the world of tomorrow." Interesting, right? Again, could be anything, right? A game where now we kind of like eliminate some possibilities. Probably not racing, probably not, this, that, but it could be a zombie outbreak. It could be any number of things. But let's go back and see this website that they linked us to, adventfuture.org. We'll open this up. Building a brighter future together, the Advent administration strives to create a world free from hunger, pain, sickness, and war. We believe in a global community of happy and comfortable citizens. Interesting. So it's some sort of government organization or some medical organization that's trying to basically cure all the world's vile illnesses and problems. Hunger, pain, war, everything. And down here, there's a bunch more info that they say our citizens deserve to experience everything life has to offer, free from harm and sickness. We promise nothing less than a brighter future for all. And this is where I started to see some hints of Bioshock, because Bioshock, whether it was Andrew Ryan or Zachary Comstock, Columbia, Rapture, it was all about building a brighter tomorrow and a perfect idealistic vision of the world, right? Andrew Ryan tried to do that with plasmids and whatnot down below. Comstock tried to do that up above in this city, basically free of issue and just having a massive purpose and attracting people that wanted perfection. We believe in achieving the impossible, creating the highest standards to live by. The Advent administration won't compromise for anything. With security comes peace of mind. Our citizens enjoy protection 24 hours a day by the Advent administration forces. Again, we're talking about a city that has some sort of major structure that we're not used to in 2015 USA. Now, still, whatever, but when you start to see things like this, the Advent is lying to you. All right, things start appearing on this website that let you know more than meets the eye is afoot in this world that they're teasing here. And if we go down, you can see Advent city centers are quickly filling up. Sign up at your peril with a red skull. Now, if you want to know what these centers do, we'll scroll down a little more on why that would be possibly perilous. Let's prosper together. That sounds great. Advent gene therapy will free you from illness. This is where the ties to Bioshock really begin to tickle all of my senses. The future of medicine has arrived. With advanced Advent technologies, illness of the mind, body, and spirit are things of the past. Our citizens no longer fear the diseases and disabilities that plague past generations. A complex and cutting-edge system of DNA splicing. What game do you know that has DNA splicing? And would 2K really have two series that both involve DNA splicing and gene therapy? Gene therapy, DNA splicing, a city going wrong, trying to create a perfect society. Come on, guys. If this isn't Bioshock, then they're making a alternate Bioshock that's going to be called Advent. I mean, it's the same company. If this was, Ubisoft or EA, of course, it sounds like Bioshock, but probably their own thing. But the fact that this is 2K, the fact that Infinite came out 3 years prior to the timetable for this unannounced AAA game, the fact that it involves all of this stuff, I'm hopeful. I'm really hopeful. So, not only for viruses, infections, but mental illness as well. And you know that Bioshock deals a lot with the mental state of mind and people that have gone crazy. You think about splicers. You think about how the vigors were implemented in Colombia and how people were manipulating their bodies and modifying their systems. And that's what this sounds like. Advent gene therapy. So now we scroll back up and we think, why would it be sign up at your own peril? Well, if you're going to be messing with DNA, messing with genes, all of a sudden you run the risk of creating splicers, basically, or people who are messed up, or people who are deformed, or abominations, or things that have gone wrong in the circuitry of the human body, the anatomy that makes us normally normal, but now not quite at all. Some more good info here. Advent Technologies have made the city centers once the stuff of dreams a reality. Again, all this stuff about if you dream it, it will come. That's a very, very Bioshock-esque. Amazing advancements in architectural construction have led to a new kind of city. The gleaming towers are specifically designed to utilize space in efficient ways never before seen, as well as provide the comforts and amenities of a resort. That also strikes me as very, very interesting because Columbia and Rapture were both very wealth-driven communities, at least at the start, and then they kind of devolved. But a lot of people that went there were very rich. And so if you design this city to be kind of like a resort, if it took place in a futuristic city center where Advent has gone wrong, that sounds like Bioshock. So I'm getting lots of sneaking suspicion that this could be a future set Bioshock, which would be absolutely incredible. The very best in high-tech comfort and utilitarian style, protected 24 hours a day by Advent forces. Advent cities are a fresh start. Join us and help us build a brighter future today. So again, Columbia, Rapture, fresh starts. Advent City, fresh start. Bioshock Advent, the advent of new technology, the advent of DNA splicing. Maybe this is when Bioshock comes to the real world. Now they no longer need to go to the skies or the sea below, but that kind of mentality is entering the real world, and how will it have implications down on the ground level? That could be. Or maybe this is set in outer space. We don't know. You know, they show the picture of the world, but again, there's no timetable here. Again, the Advent is lying to you, and these things change too. We are still watching, we are still watching, we are still watching, we are still watching. That's the kind of stuff that psycho people in Bioshock would write on the walls, isn't it? I mean, a little bit of Dead Space vibe, but this isn't EA. Down here, millions have started living the Advent way. Millions have gone missing the Advent way, so people are going missing. That's very strange as well. Now, here I start to think maybe Advent is trying to recruit people to some island or some, you know, space place or some, I don't know, they're not going to go under the sea again, or maybe they would, but why would millions of people go missing just from taking medical enhancements or just for looking to remove illness? That's kind of odd. Down here we have some quotes from people, and you'll see that some of these start to change as well. We are still here, we are still here, we are still here, we are still here. This guy's been missing, and he says we're still here. So now are they trapped inside the city? And if you, again, I keep going back to it, but Rapture is a city where people were kind of trapped in there, and you had to go and investigate the place because it was kind of shut off from the rest of the world. What once started off as a promise quickly became a nightmare, and that's kind of what this sounds like. We are still here, we are still here. And all this stuff of people like phasing in and out, all just sort of the glitching of the site makes me think of, again, plasmids, vigors, things that change. And you can see the number of citizens is climbing. 2.8 million people have taken part in Advent's programs to free themselves of illness, pain, suffering. Now, a lot of the other information is just typical stuff. There's terms of service and a privacy policy that are just very typical of 2K games, but it lets you know that this is tied to 2K games. You can see at the bottom left of your screen, there is a link to Take-Two games. So this is very real and very much related to a game, and I can't think of any game that it would be except Bioshock or a new IP. A couple people I've seen suggest XCOM, based on the facts that, you know, it's, like a problem in the world, and there's, you know, quarantine and stuff like that, but there's no aliens at the sound of this, so I don't really think it's going to be XCOM. Hexagons, yeah, that's XCOM-esque, but it's also DNA and just sort of medical-esque as well. You can click Get the Pamphlet here, and it takes you to, again, millions have been saved. Advent gene therapy will free you from illness. Kind of goes over a lot of the same stuff. No screenings, no payments, no strings attached. Advanced Genetics Initiative is available to everyone. This has to be Bioshock, right? The Advent Advanced Genetics Initiative. Gene tonics, plasmids. Think about the doctors from Rapture. Think about the people that did the work up in Columbia. You know, augmenting your DNA. Augmenting your DNA, a revolution in DNA splicing. This got to be Bioshock. If I go to E3 and Advent isn't Bioshock, I'm going to faint. I'm going to faint if it's Bioshock too, but this is so dang exciting, and I want to know what you guys think in the comments down below. Let me know your theories. Comb this website. See if you can find anything that I wasn't able to identify. Let me know your thoughts on what it could be. A lot of people assume that 2K's big unannounced AAA game is going to be Mafia 3, but this don't look like Mafia 3. This does not look like Mafia 3 in some neon futuristic city. That's not Mafia 3. This looks like the headquarters of some psycho dictator with a big statue out front leading his regime in a Bioshock-esque world full of DNA splicing and gene therapy. Hope you guys and girls enjoyed this video. Like I said, this was just revealed, just teased a couple hours ago. Wanted to bring it to you right away because I was freaking stoked. Texting everybody I know, and I super pray that it's Bioshock. If it's not, change it. Make it Bioshock now, 2K. You have time. You got like, what, 20 days till E3? Get on that. But this is really cool, and I hope you guys are pumped as well. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Until next time, everybody, drink some much all. Thanks again, and we will see you all later.